and syllabus. Together, we will aim at high score through smart learning, optimum utilization of time, and less stress. So let's get started. Today, we are going to discuss character sketch of the hack driver from the chapter The Hack Driver. This is part 3 of the chapter. In part 1 and part 2, I have explained the whole chapter along with questions and answers. So if you haven't seen that, I have given the links in the description box. You can go and listen to the whole explanation of the chapter, and after that you can come back to the character sketch. Now, first of all, we'll be brainstorming the point for the character sketch using the acronym. Now, if you don't know about this acronym, again, I have discussed this acronym in the character sketch of Matilda from the chapter The Necklace. So you can go and refer to that. The link is in the description box. So first is S. The acronym is STREAM. From S it is Lutkins is a vagabond. So S it means he says, deceives people and never returns their money. So in the story, he says that Lutkins is a vagabond, deceives people and never returns their money. Now why he says is because here the hack driver is telling about Lutkins. So he himself is Lutkins obviously, but what he says about him, he says that he is a vagabond, he deceives people and never returns their money. So it is a character trait of Lutkins. Now from T, it means traits. So he is helpful, cheerful, amiable for the narrator. But he is manipulative, cunning, shrewd and quick-witted. Then from R is relationship or his role in the story. So he is a hack driver and actually he is Lutkins himself. So whom the character has to summon. Then from E is effect. Effect means that his effect on other characters in the story or what effect other characters they have on him. So before things are revealed, he has a good impression of the narrator. Because of him, narrator likes the village people. But later, obviously, the narrator is hurt because of his actions. Then comes A. From A, we have appearance. So he is about 40 years. He is worn out. He wears worn out clothes and he has a podge. Podge here means pot bellied. Then from the next A, we have actions. So he takes the narrator from one place to another and in search of Lutkins, but obviously Lutkins is nowhere to be found. So action here means what happens in the story with this character or whether this or because of this character what happens. Then last comes mind. So what is going on in his mind? So he is an instant planning is going on in his mind and he wants to have fun at the narrator's cost. So these are our points and using these points now we will write a character sketch. So we have a framework here. If on one side we write this stream word like this and then one by one we take every point, then we are not going to miss anything in our character sketch. Our character sketch will be totally complete then. Now let's read the character sketch. The delivery man or the hack driver or Bill Magnuson or actual Oliver Lutkin. So obviously these all the same person. So as he is revealed to the readers in the end, is the protagonist of the story, the hack driver, written by Sinclair Lewis. So the first line we introduce that who is the character. So he is the protagonist. We give the name of the character since this character is known by 4 names in the chapter. So we've written all. So first he's the delivery man, then the hack driver, then he introduces himself as Bill Magnuson and actual in reality he is Oliver Lutkins. And that is revealed to the readers in the end. So, protagonist of the story, the hack driver, written by Sinclair Lewis. In the story, the hack driver takes the narrator, who is a junior assistant clerk in a law firm, for a ride, both literally as well as idiomatically. Now, what does that mean? we'll be doing the meanings. First, let's read this paragraph. He proves to be smarter than a graduate with honor's degree, the lawyer who is given the task to serve summons on Lutkins. He is a man in his 40s. The lawyer finds him wearing dirty working clothes with a cheerful face conveying his amiability. Now let's understand the words first. Protagonist of is means the leading character. Then for a ride, both literally as well as idiomatically. So what does it mean? It means to take someone for a ride actually means to cheat someone. So here, obviously, the hack driver, he was cheating the lawyer, but also he had given him a ride. So it was correct both ways. He was giving him a ride literally also, but he was giving him a ride the other way also. He was cheating him also. He proves to be smarter. So this is another characteristic of Lutkins. Lutkins actually proved to be smarter than a qualified person, a law graduate person, the lawyer, who was there to serve summons on Lutkins. So now we are talking about his appearance, how Lutkins looked. He was a man in his 40s. The lawyer finds him wearing dirty working clothes with a cheerful face conveying amiability. So from his face, the lawyer felt him to be a very friendly person, a person who liked people. So quick-witted, his ability to respond quickly. This will come on the next page. Then shrewd means sharp powers of judgment, and fabricate means to fake or concoct. So next paragraph. Now the hack driver is quick-witted. So quick-witted, we've already done the meaning. It means intelligent, sharp, and shrewd. So at the station, when he finds out that the narrator has come to locate Lutkins, he instantly fabricates a plan. Fabricate means to fake. So he makes a plan that what I would be doing now. He has a knack of winning people, and the same happens with the gullible lawyer. The hack driver introduces himself to the lawyer as Bill Magnuson, running a business called William Magnuson Fancy Carting and Hacking. Finding the hack driver to be a genuine and trustworthy person, whom he starts liking the moment he sees him at the station, the lawyer shares his purpose with the hack driver, not knowing that he himself is Lutkins. Influencing the lawyer with his cheerful and amiable approach, the hack driver readily offers him help to find Lutkins, who according to him is a vagabond and deceives people easily. He adds that Lutkins owes money to many people including him and has never returned a cent to anyone. So these are the other characteristics of Lutkins. We've already done that he's quick-witted and shrewd, and because of that, he instantly fabricates a plan when he finds out that the lawyer has come to locate Lutkins. He has a knack of winning people. So knack of winning people means that he has a natural skill of ability to make friends with people. And same happens with the gullible lawyer. So the hack driver, he introduces himself to the lawyer as Bill Magnuson, who has this business. And finding the hack driver to be a genuine and trustworthy person. So these are the other characteristics of Lutkins. To the narrator, he seems to be genuine and trustworthy, and the narrator starts liking him the moment he sees him at the station, and because of that, he shares his purpose with the hack driver, not knowing that he himself is Lutkins. So influencing the lawyer. So obviously the hack driver, he has such power to influence people. So he influences the lawyer with his cheerful and amiable approach, and then he readily offers help to the lawyer to find Lutkins. Who according to him, so these are now other characteristics of Lutkins as given by the hack driver to the lawyer, that he is a vagabond and he deceives people easily. So he adds that Lutkins owes money to many people, including him, and he had never returned a cent to anyone. Now, gullible means easily duped or too willing to believe everything, and in this case, lawyer is such a person. And vagabond means wanderer or without any fixed location or place. So the hack driver is smart to manipulate the situation to his advantage and decides to kill two birds with one stone. So this is important. We have used that he decides there to kill two birds with one stone. He aims to have fun at the cost of the lawyer, of course at his expense, and obviously not let him find Lutkins till the time of the train in which the lawyer has to return. So these are the two things. And with one action, or with one stone here, he is killing two birds. So here it is a proverb and it means to achieve two aims at once. So he is having fun at the cost of the lawyer, and obviously he will never let the lawyer find Lutkins. The hack driver roams around the town, taking the narrator from one spot to another, pretending to chase Lutkins, but certainly Lutkins is not to be found when all the time Lutkins is actually sitting beside the narrator. His reputation is such in the town that nobody speaks the truth about him in front of the lawyer. So obviously now in the town he has such a reputation. In the end he takes the narrator to his mother's farm and as the last resort to find Lutkins there, but they also don't have their luck there. His mother also seems to be a party to him. So the as a last resort they go to Lutkin's mother's farm and they hope that Lutkins will be found there, but their luck doesn't work there also. So his strategically planned trick works perfectly well, and the lawyer has to go back empty handed, making Lutkins richer by $12.50. So obviously, here what happens? It is time for the lawyer to go back, and he's going back empty handed, but he has made Lutkins richer. So Lutkins, obviously the hack driver is the Lutkins. So he had paid him $12.50. So 6 hours including the lunch hour and half a dollar for lunch. But in the end, the reader is left awestruck when the hack driver's true identity is revealed on the second visit of the narrator. The hack driver himself is Lutkins. Lutkins in the end is not at all ashamed of his act of hurting the feelings of a man who trusted him. Rather, he enjoys a laugh with his mother and makes the lawyer a laughing stock in the town, thus showing his ruthless and emotionless side too to the readers. So, in the end, readers they come to know that the hack driver himself is Lutkins, and the next time when the narrator comes back with another person to serve summons on Lutkins, he is not at all ashamed of what he had done with the lawyer the previous day. So he rather enjoys a laugh with his mother and he makes the lawyer a laughing stock in the town. So this shows that he was an emotionless fellow, a ruthless and emotionless fellow. So that side is also revealed to the readers. So this is the character sketch of Lutkins. It can come as a character sketch of Hack Driver or character sketch of Oliver Lutkins or even character sketch of Bill. So it is the same person, so you just have to change the name. So in place of Hack Driver, you can write Lutkins if in the question the word is Lutkins, or you can write Bill. So accordingly, you can change. So at his expense means with someone as a victim, especially of a joke. To be party to him means a participant in something. So here he felt we the readers feels after they come to know that who was the real Lutkins, that mother was also a party to him in that plan. And awestruck means amazed, and a laughing stock means a figure of fun or a fool. Now we will do one long question. So the question is, though the narrator has an honor's degree, he is not worldly wise. Justify the statement in the light of the chapter The Hack Driver. Or, first impression is not always the last one. Elucidate with reference to the chapter The Hack Driver. Or, what mistakes of the narrator land him into trouble. So for all these questions, we have this answer. The narrator is a well qualified lawyer with an honor's degree, but he is far behind from being worldly wise. He doesn't fit into the competitiveness of city life because he is simple and naive. He sets out to seek Lutkins, who is a trickster, to serve summons on him without collecting any information about him or even without taking his photograph with him. So these are the mistakes that he did. And Because of these mistakes, he lands into trouble. So he doesn't collect any information beforehand that who is Lutkin, what does he do there, or where does he live at that place, and how does he look like. On reaching New Mullion, he finds a delivery man there to be very friendly and warm. He is taken in by the cheerful nature of the delivery man and he shares his secret purpose with him without thinking twice. So, again, this is another mistake that he commits. This gullibility costs him his reputation at the firm and he also becomes a laughing stock in the town. So, at both the places, he loses his impression and reputation. He is actually deceived by his unsuspecting nature and the first impression he gets of the delivery man. So, because of all this that happens with him, it is because he did not suspect Bill or the hack driver at any moment, and that he is taken in by the first impression of the delivery man. So, this is the answer. That is how you can answer a long question, and these are all the topics that I have already taken up. Any topic you want to refer to, I have given the description, all the links in the description box. And for the hack driver chapter, you have to or you can refer to part 1 and part 2 because a whole explanation of whole chapter is there with important questions and answers. Now before leaving, do subscribe to my channel. I will be explaining and putting up the explanation of all the chapters before your final exams so that you can revise well. Hope it is helpful for you and kindly share it with your friends. Thank you very much.